notes that somebody mentioned that the left rotate button on Asteroids is sticking, which was causing the ship to just spin around while it was playing without even pressing the button down. So something's up with the leaf switch in there, so we're gonna take a look at it and maybe clean it up. If you watched our keyboard video, then you can actually see a very similar way of getting this control panel off. There's two carriage bolts, one on the left, one on the right, and then underneath of those, there's actually a wing nut that I'm gonna reach underneath it here and unscrew. Reach all the way up underneath and find it. And then just spin it around to unscrew it. Now that both of those bolts are off, we can just pull this forward to reach the buttons underneath. So leaf switches are made of a couple different things. You've got the button on the outside that presses down on the switch, and that actually makes contact with a second piece of metal there, and when that switch touches, that's what sends the electrical signal. It completes the circuit. And so this is the area between these two pieces of metal that can often get dirty. And if it's too dirty, then it'll stay stuck, or sometimes you'll press down and nothing will happen. And so that's what we want to clean. And believe it or not, the easiest way to clean it is just a business card. This will clean between the contacts. I'll stick it between those two pieces of metal and press down so that it grips it, and then just move this back and forth. And this cleans the contacts on the inside without damaging it. Sometimes you'll read about using sandpaper, and you can do that, but that will wear away at the contacts, and at some point they'll just stop working entirely. Whereas this is pretty non-destructive and will help clean up those contacts. I'll just do this to all of the buttons here. Another good thing to check is to just make sure all of the wires are on there securely. In this case, it looks like they are. If you've got solder points, you want to make sure that those are secure on the ends of the switches, just to make sure that everything's connected, all your grounds are working, and that the flow of electricity through all of the various buttons works. Go ahead and shut this back up. Slide that up, and then take this wing nut, come up underneath it here, and tighten it back onto the bolt. And it looks like all the buttons are working properly. I can thrust, I can fire, I can die. But most importantly, I can turn left and right when the button's pressed, and when I let go, it doesn't keep spinning.